From UFC joining hands with WWE to create a monster house of combat sports, to Conor McGregor threatening to break Paul Heyman's jaw in the new ring, here's what we know about this takeover. Starting with the advanced sales talks with UFC's parent company, Endeavor. Right, so word on the street is that Vince McMahon's company has been in talks with the Endeavor Group for a while now. And as of late, things have been getting pretty serious, like signing the contract type of serious, because the deal has been confirmed.
Play the UFC and the WWE into a new publicly traded company. It's very rare to get iconic brands like the UFC and the WWE.
WWE has officially been bought by the Endeavor Group. And get this, the UFC didn't buy WWE, they're just under the same parent company now. And they'll be forming a brand new publicly traded combat sports and entertainment company pretty soon. Like, sheesh, talk about a powerhouse. And if you're wondering about the numbers, the deal is expected to value WWE at a whopping $9.3 billion US dollars. And the UFC is already valued at $12.1 billion. So we're talking about some serious cash here, and WWE didn't just create value by ramming chairs on each other. Rather, McMahon and his crew have a knack for innovation and creating value for their shareholders. Now, Endeavor believes that they can take things to the next level with this move, and frankly, Vince seems to be pretty pumped about it too. Like, he has seen just how successful Endeavor has been in growing UFC over time, and they've practically doubled their revenue in just 7 years. Plus, McMahon has worked with them on some projects, and safe to say that all of them have been a huge success. So it looks like the shareholders are in for a treat, because this could be the best outcome yet. But with a new parent company, what could this mean for WWE's Vince McMahon? So, is the executive chairman out? And is Dana White gonna get promoted or what? All of these questions have been in my head for far too long, but thankfully we've got a few answers. The CEO of Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, would own 51% of the shares, giving him ownership of the new company, whereas the remaining 49% would be kept with the existing shareholders of WWE. Along with that, Vince McMahon isn't going anywhere. In fact, he's going to remain in the role of executive chairman. So brace yourself, we've still got McMahon on board here. As for Dana White and Nick Khan, well, so far there hasn't been any news of them being promoted or whatnot. So they're gonna stay as the presidents of their respective fields. Sounds like everything's the same, right? Well, not really. Like, come on, just because Vince still has some power, that doesn't mean that he didn't lose any. Selling WWE would end the McMahon family's hold on the company since McMahon's father, Vince Sr., started it. So there would be a drastic power shift. And now, a multi-billion-dollar unnamed company is under one guy, Ari Emanuel. And Ari has a huge responsibility now, especially since everyone has high hopes with this move. Like, what exactly will this merger bring to the world of sports entertainment? Because this merger is gonna shake up the entire sports world in a huge way. Like, along with all those sales talks and all, WWE and Endeavor presented all the things they could do, and I lost count when I saw it for the first time. Like, the new company is planning to cross-promote their brands and deepen their already massive fan base. So we're talking about over 700 million UFC fans and 1.2 billion WWE fans worldwide. That's a whole lot of people. But wait, there's more. They're also planning to maximize the value of their combined media rights. This means we could be seeing some epic collaborations and exciting new forms of content. On the flip side though, WWE's television rights deals with Fox and NBC Universal will be expiring by next year in 2024. So for y'all who watched it on these channels, guess you need to look for a new one, and let's not forget about sponsorships. With these two powerhouses joining forces, we can only imagine the kind of opportunities that'll open up. I mean, the new company is already worth billions with viewers across the globe. Who wouldn't want their brand promoted on live TV like that? In fact, Endeavor didn't stop there, because they're also planning to pursue other strategic mergers and acquisitions to further boost their brands. So if we're talking money, who knows what other surprises they have in store for us. And honestly, it's like they're Avengers of sports entertainment, and Endeavor is just gathering up the heroes. Like, just ask UFC hero Conor McGregor about his potential switch to WWE. Now, the star is not to be messed with at all. Not in the ring, and especially not on social media. So what happened was, McGregor posted an edited photo of himself holding both the UFC and WWE championships, and that got everyone talking. Some said he could easily scoop that title up, while some, well, they weren't so thrilled with McGregor's plans. Veteran WWE manager Paul Heyman took a shot at him, calling him a wannabe of the tribal chief Roman Reigns. Like, is he trying to set himself up or something? Cause Conor wasn't gonna stay silent and take that at all. In true McGregor fashion, he fired back by threatening to break Heyman's jaw in 3 places. Yikes. I mean, if we look at the bright side, that's one fight confirmed under the new company, but who knows what McGregor would do in this new venture. One thing's for sure though, WWE wrestlers better watch out for this Irish firecracker. So that's McGregor already thriving off of the new merger and looking to land new rivalries. But what about other fighters? Cause it seems like Endeavor ownership is bad for WWE talent. Now, we all know that WWE has a bit of a reputation for being unfair to its wrestlers. They like to keep them as independent contractors, which basically means they don't give them any benefits or job security. Sneaky, huh? But you know who gives WWE a run for their money in the unfairness department? Yeah, you guessed it, UFC. UFC has been underpaying their fighters for years, and they're not exactly forthcoming about it either. They've set up this whole secret system where fighters don't know how much their fellow fighters are making, so it's super hard for them to organize and demand better pay. I mean, it's not fair at all for the fighters who put their bodies on the line every time they step into the octagon. But even though wrestlers like Jake Paul really think this takeover is gonna bring in more bread, check the facts, Jakey boy, it doesn't seem likely. But frankly speaking, this takeover isn't all that great for fans either, because it seems like they'll be looted by Endeavor again. Now, I know there are chances that fans would pay less for the entire shebang than what they did before, but look at the facts. When Endeavor took over Zuffa LLC, the previous parent company of UFC, the prices of pay-per-views for MMA fans skyrocketed from around $50 to $80, and fans can only watch the show if they have an ESPN Plus subscription, so it really leaves them high and dry. And with the new takeover, who's gonna guarantee that their wallets won't be milked like they had been before? Well, only time can tell. But so far, this is what we know about the UFC takeover of WWE.
Let me say it another way.
Go.
This is the biggest thing Ari Emanuel and Vince McMahon have ever done.
Yeah.
Combining forces like this there's nothing like this. There's never been anything like this.